Hello dear students, welcome to Shiv Jyoti Educational Group Kota. This is Jigyasha Prajapati presenting here class 6 computer science video lectures of chapter 9 functions in Q Basic part 2. Students, in the previous video of this chapter we have learnt about string functions of Q Basic. Now in this video we are going to cover up numeric functions provided by the Q Basic. So students, you have to open your computer book at page number 98. Now we will start with our first topic, which is numeric functions. These functions in Q Basic are designed to perform some mathematical operations such as finding the square root of a number, mode function, exponential value, etc. So students, we use mathematical function in the Q Basic to perform some mathematical operations. Now we will see each function one by one. Our first numeric function is exp, or we can say exponential function. The exp function is used to calculate the exponential value of the given number, that is raised e to power, where value of e is 2.71. Students, the value of e is always fixed, which is 2.71. Okay. Now we will see the example of this exponential function. In the first example we have written print exponential of 5, or you can see exp, and inside the parenthesis you have to write 5. Okay. You can also write it as e to the power 5. Okay. So it is e to the power 5, and we know the value of e is 2.71. Okay students. Now we will see the next statement, which is print exponential of 4.46. So you can also write it as e to the power 4.46. Okay. And here the value of e is, we already know, 2.71. Now we will see the program of these function. Okay. Here you can see the program of the exponential function. I have written the program in the Q Basic window. This is your program, and when we execute this program, you can see the output of this program in this output screen. Okay student, the output of this program is 148.4132, which is the output of the first statement, which is exponential of 5. Okay, and the next output is 86.48751, which is the output of the second statement, which is exponential of 4.46. Okay, now we will move to the next numeric function, which is int function, or we can say integer function. The int function is used to return an integral value for a number. It returns the largest integer less than or equal to the number. So students, we use int function which will return the integral value of the given number. Okay. Now we will see the example of this int function. For this, in the first statement I have written print int of 8.3. This statement will return 8, because here integer 8 is less than the number 8.3. Okay. Now in the next statement I have written print integer of 8.7, and this statement will return 8 because 8 is less than 8.7. Now in third statement I have written print integer of minus 8.3, and this statement will return minus 9 because minus 9 integer is less than minus 8.3. Now in the last statement I have written print integer of minus 8.7, and this statement will return minus 9 because minus 9 integer is less than minus 8.7. Okay. Now we will see the program of this function. Let's see. Here you can see I have taken the same statement in this program. Okay. Now we will execute this program, and here you can see the output of this program in this output screen. Okay. So the output of the first statement is 8, the output of second statement is 8, and the output of third and fourth statement is minus 9. Okay, as we have already discussed. Now we will move to our next numeric function, which is val function, or we can say value function. The val function returns number or numbers from string. So students, if you want to find out the number from the string, then we can use the val function. It starts the beginning of the string and reads the number. When it finds a non-numeric character, it stops. So it will start reading a string from the starting position, and it will stop working when it encounters a non-numeric character, or we can say it read a non-numeric character, then it will stop. Okay. Now we will see the example of this function. Print well, and inside the parenthesis we have to write a string 1 2 3 4 space hello, and we have to enclose this string in the double quotes. Okay, you can see this is the double quotes. And now when we execute this statement, then this statement will give the output 1 2 3 4, okay, which is the number, because value function always return the number from the given string. Now we will see the program in the QBasic window. See, this is your program in the QBasic window, and when we execute this program, you can see the output of this program in the output screen, and this is the output of this program 1 2 3 4. Okay students, now we will move to our next numeric function, which is ABS function. The ABS stands for the absolute function. The ABS function is used to find the absolute value of a number. It deletes the negative sign of a number. So students, absolute function always return a number without a sign, or we can say it delete the negative sign from the number. Now we will see the example of this function. We have to write here print ABS, and inside the parenthesis we have to write -5, and this statement will return the number 5 as an output. Now in the next statement, print ABS, inside the parenthesis we have to write -2.10, and this statement will return 2.10, or we can say 2.1 as an output. Okay students, here one more thing, absolute value of a number is the number itself without any sign. So students, absolute value of a number is the number without any sign. Okay. Now we will see the program of this function. In the QBasic window, we can see the program with the absolute function. Okay. When we execute this program, we can see the output of this function in the output screen. This is your output screen, and here you can see 5. 5 is the output of your first statement, absolute of -5. This is the absolute value of -5. Okay. Now the next output is 2.1, which is the output of this second statement, which is absolute of -2.10. So we can say 2.1 is the absolute value of -2.10. Okay, because absolute function always delete the negative sign from the given number. Okay. Now we will move to our next numeric function, which is SQR function, or we can say SQR stands for square root. Okay students, the SQR function calculates the square root of a number. So whenever you want to calculate the square root for a given number, then we can use the SQR function. Let's see the example of this function. In the example, I have written the first statement, print SQR, or you can say square root of 4. This will return 2, because 4 is the square of number 2. Now in the next statement I have written print SQR of 16, and students, we know 16 is the square of number 4. So this statement will give output 4. Okay. Now we will see the program of this function in the QBasic window. Here I have taken the same statement that we have discussed. Now we will execute this program, and we will see the output of this program in this output window. Here you can see first output is 2, which is the square root of 4, and the next output is 4, which is the square root of 16. Okay. Now we will move to our next numeric function, which is mode function. The mode function is used to find out the remainder on division of a first number by the second. So students, mode function always return a remainder of a division. Okay. Let's see the example of this mode function. For this we have right here print, inside the parenthesis I have written 25 mod 4. Here the 25 is the first number and 4 is the second number. Now we will see this program in the QBasic window. This is your program of mode function. Now we will execute this program, and we will get the output of this program in the output screen. See, this is your output screen, and the output of this program is 1. Okay. Because when we divide 25 by the second number, which is 4, then we get 1 as an output, okay, which is the output of the mode function. Okay students, now we will move to our next numeric function, which is ASC function, or we can say ASCII function. The ASC function is used to give the ASCII code of the given character. Students, in the computer science, for every character we have ASCII code. Okay. So this ASCII function always return a ASCII code for a given character. Okay. Now we will see the example of this ASCII function. Here in the example I have written print A as C, and inside the parenthesis I have written a character A which is enclosed inside the double quotes. Okay. Because A is your string and we have always close or enclose the string in the double quotes. Okay. Now we will see this program in the QBasic window. This is your program in the QBasic window of ASCII function. Now we will execute this program and we will see the output of this program in the output screen. This is your output screen, and here you can see 65 as an output, because 65 is the ASCII value of character A. Okay students, now we will move to our next numeric function, which is date function. The date function is used to display the current date, or we can say today's date, on the output screen. It displays the date in the MMDDYYY format. Students, here the MM is your month, DD is your date of month, and YYYY is your year. Okay. So now we will see the example of this date function. For this we have to write in the QBasic window print space date followed by the dollar symbol. Okay. Then this function will return the current date, or we can say today's date, on your output screen. Now we will see the program of this function in the QBasic window. Here you can see I have written this program in the QBasic window. Then we will execute this program, and here you can see the output of this program in this output screen. And here the current date is 19th December 2020, because the date function always return current date in this MMDDYYY format. Okay student, that is why first we have month, next we have date, and in last we have year. Okay. Now we will move to our next numeric function, which is time function. The time function is used to display current time on the output screen. So students, whenever you want to display the current time on your computer screen, then we have to use the time function. It displays the time in the 24-hour format. Now we will see the example of this time function. For this we have to type print space time followed by the dollar symbol. Now we will see this program in the QBasic window. See, this is your QBasic window, and I have written this program of time function in this QBasic window. When we execute this program, then you can see the output of time function in the output screen, and here you can see this is your output of the time function. So here we have 13:16:33. So 33 is your seconds, 16 is your minute, and 13 is your hours. Okay students. Students, I hope you have understood all the numeric function. Now we will see the practical of these functions one by one. To start the practical, first we have to click on the QBasic icon which is available on your desktop screen. We have to double click on it. Then the QBasic interface will be appear on your desktop screen. Okay. Here we have to type the programs. First we will see the practical of the first numeric function, which is exponential function. For this we have to type CLS, enter, print, exp, parenthesis, and inside the parenthesis we have to type 5. Now enter. Next statement is print exp of parenthesis 4.46. Now enter, and in last we have to type AND to end the program. Now we will save the program, and here we have to type the name for our program. Here we will type numeric underscore function, and after writing the file name we have to click on OK, and here you can see the file name has been changed. Now we will execute this program to see the output, and this is your output window, and here you can see the output of this program. In the output 148.4132 is the output of the first statement, exponential of 5, and the output 86.48751 is the output of the second statement, which is exponential of 4.46. Okay. Now we will close this output screen and erase this program. Now we will see the practical of next numeric function which is int function. For this we have to write program print space int parenthesis. Inside the parenthesis we have to write 8.3, enter. In the next statement we have to write again print int. Inside the parenthesis you have to write 8.7. Now enter. Again print space, we have to enter the space between print and int. Now inside the parenthesis we have to write minus 8.3, enter. Again print space int. Inside the parenthesis we have to write minus 8.7, enter. Now we have to type AND to AND the program. Now we will save this program and execute it. The output of first and second statement is 8 and the output of third and fourth statement is minus 9. Okay students, now we will close this output screen and erase this program. Now we will see the practical of next numeric function which is value function, or we can say val function. So now we will start typing the program print val. Inside the parenthesis you have to write 1 2 3 hello. First we have to insert the double quotes. Now inside the double quotes we have to write 1 2 3 4 space hello. Now enter, and here you have to write AND to AND the program. Now we will save the program and execute it to see the output, and you can see the output 1 2 3 4 in the output screen, because value function always find the number from the given string and print on the output screen. Okay. Now we will close this output screen and erase this program. Now we will see the practical of the next numeric function which is absolute function. For this we have to type the program print space abs parenthesis. Now inside the parenthesis we have to type minus 5, enter. Print abs parenthesis minus 2.10, enter. Now AND to AND the program. Now we will save this program and execute it. And here in the output screen you can see the output of this program. The 5 which is the output of the first statement, absolute of minus 5, and 2.1 is the output of the next statement which is the absolute of minus 2.10. Now we will close this output screen and erase this program. Now we will see the practical of the next numeric function which is sqr function, or we can say square root function. For this we have to type print space sqr. Inside the parenthesis we have to type 4, enter. Print space sqr parenthesis. Inside the parenthesis we have to type 25, enter, and to AND the program. Now we will save it and execute it. And here in the output screen you can see the output of this program which is 2 and 5. 2 is the square root of 4 and 5 is the square root of 25. Okay. Now we will close this output screen and erase this program. Now we will type the next program for the function mode. Okay. So our next numeric function is mode function. Here I have to type print space parenthesis, and inside the parenthesis we have to type 25 mode 4. Now enter, and in the last we have to type AND to AND the program. Now save the program. To execute we have to click on the run option. Now in the output screen you can see 1 as an output of the mode function, because mode function always return the remainder of the division. Okay students, now we will close this output screen and erase this program from the QBasic window. Now our next numeric function is ASCII function, or we can say ASC function. For this we will start typing the program, print space ASC, now parenthesis, inside the parenthesis we have to insert double quotes, and inside the double quotes we have to type capital A. Now AND, to AND the program. Now we will save this program and execute this program. And here on the output screen you can see the output of this program is 65, because 65 is the ASCII value of character A. Now we will close this output screen and erase this program. Now the next numeric function is date function, which will always return the current date on your output screen. For this we have to type print space date followed by dollar symbol, enter, and here we have to type AND to AND the program. Now we will save this program and execute this program, and here on the output screen you can see the today's date, because date function always return the today's date in the format MMDDYY. So first 12 is your month, which is December, 19 is your today's date, and 2020 is your current year. Okay. Now we will close this output screen and erase this program. Now our next numeric function is time function. For this we have to type print space, we have to type time in the capital letters followed by dollar symbol. Now enter, we have to type AND to AND the program. Now we will save this program and execute this program by click on the run option, and here on the output screen you can see the current time. Okay. Here you can see the time in the format hours, minutes and seconds. So 13 is your hours, 29 is your minutes and 32 is your seconds. Okay students, now we will close this output screen and exit this QBasic window. Students, I hope you have understood the practicals of these numeric functions. Thank you students, have a nice day.